in that direction by doing things. I think you'll eventually pull them in. Who wants the talking stick?
What happens if for some reason I decide not to do any more public anything? Am I still going to meet them, or is this the risk I have to take in order to be able to connect and meet them?
Well, you could meet them at the grocery store for all I know. I mean, I'm not in control of your destiny, what your intentions are. But
and I get I think she means. She wants to be able to help see it in her mind's eye, like psychics do. Suzanne, do you get your own visions when you are searching, or what are you? Maybe we should discuss that with you. Everybody has psychic abilities, and yours is not only taking everything you know, but you're doing your best to incorporate it here on the planet. And, engineers and people that need you to interpret what they don't know are the people that we need to somehow connect you with. And maybe that Lisa Renee, and you're definitely an energy worker, but you can put the humanoid engineering nuclear terms to what they're doing in space.
I did that. I took Introduction to Engineering. I took Electronics Engineering Technology, or electronics for short, at the college, and they got an AS degree in it with a 2.65 GPA. I took electronics at Robert Morgan, and I had a 4.5 GPA. I had a general 2.5 because all those liberal arts courses dragged down my grade point average. I had like a 2.5 in physics. And they wouldn't give me the physics degree with the title physics on it. They were every step of the way. Not only did I have to earn it, I had to fight for it. Average people, they can go to school, get their degree, go through the planned program, step by step, and they're guaranteed. Usually, they land a job or anything right at the end of when their graduation. Me, not only did I have to go to school and earn it, I also had to fight for it and file lawsuits and everything when I was denied employment. It's just rough. I worked for a government agency, and again, they deliberately fired me because I was on the blacklist because of my connection up there. You know how the deep state is. And I was labeled and blocked, and I filed, and I was treated. It was another government agency, so I couldn't get a job there anymore. And that took over to doing the background checks for the nuclear industry, and I got barred out of my other profession, which I loved very much. It is dealing with energy. The higher the energy, the more intense, the more exhilarated and a euphoric adrenaline rush I get. And the more other people...
I can see you working...
What?
I can see you crossing over into our world, in the psychic spiritual world. We're recreating it. So maybe you're supposed to be one of the creators. You know how you held the grid, and then you know a lot of things that we're doing psychically. Are you following Elon Musk that he believes that we're possibly in it's like a video game?
Oh,
I don't know if you're following that track.
Yeah. So that's where that stupid cornball theory came from.
Yeah, well,
that explains
it. Maybe
creation is, creation is a game. No matter what solar system or galaxy we come from, I mean, we're still in creation. So I personally like to get out of the creation part. And back into just into the heart field. But there is that whole field of creation that and science that is interesting, and it has a large tribe, and there is, I'm sure, other people like you also here. I'm sure of that, and I'm sure that you can find them too. But that's just the choice to make to hold the grids. But that's really not where I want to be or I'm going direction. But there are plenty of people, and I know a lot of people that work in that field.
But it's necessary, and I can tell you, I am from what I remember in my past life, and even in this life presently, I am a very highly evolved master energy creator being, which is why I'm on a very high position of counsel in the other universe. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to be conceited or nothing. This is what I was told. This is what I was shown.
Yeah, no. I mean, I believe you, and I think that's, perfect for you to do that.
I know,
and I'm glad there are people doing that kind of work, but I know that's
the point,
not my kind of work.
The point is, I can tell you firsthand from my experiences and the work I do up there, the universe, creation, and all of that is not a video game. It's not a holographic universe. It's not a recreation in our mind. It's not some damn video game or nothing. You take all that BS and throw it out the window because there's no such thing. I know firsthand what we work with. I know the devices that we use. I know the different energy field patterns that we use. I know the different wave and silicon wave and harmonic configurations that we use on our coupled spherical devices and everything. I know the different solar systems we create and everything. I know about dynamic equilibrium and balancing and everything. And it is not any holographic projection or holographic universe, and it is not a video game or the Matrix or anything like that. It's very real. We use the images. We use an impregnation of a standing field pattern on a sphere. Then we send a singular soliton wave through it, a 1 to 3 dimensional soliton wave, and we project it to the target that we're working on, and it projects that soliton wave to the target. And when it expands, the differences between the soliton wave field, which is usually a spherical field or an oblong field, and the system that is injected into, that difference is called a phase correction, and it corrects the other field within that system that we're working on, and everything stabilizes, and then we lock it in. No, you're going to tell me that that's a matrix and a holograph didn't give you? That's bullshit.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Whoever's telling the mainstream scientists this, they're the evil negative ET scourge, and they're doing it on purpose to mislead mainstream scientists, to keep them running around in circles, and that way they can keep this human race dumbing down. This human race somehow by accident became a commodity and became caught up in the game between the negative scourge and the positive, the ones that are trying to liberate and stabilize the universe. And they're all vying for this piece of real estate because this is a very critical strategic navigational route, and this is a very strategic point on what you call the baseline harmonic resonance pattern that governs physical reality. And anybody who controls the earth controls the universe. And you can bet that the negative ET scourge that came over from the other universe that was collapsed, they're vying for this, because if they can control the Orion Stargate system, they've got it. And then everybody is at their mercy, and we might as well kiss our butts goodbye.
No, but I mean, actually, I know what you're saying, and I am not contradicting it at all. I'm just saying that is not my field.
Yeah, I think
I'm actually aware of what you're saying, and I'm aware of what you're saying, and also aware of the scientific aspects behind it. I know where the Orion gates are, but that's just not my field. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I had to use scientific terms to describe what I'm doing. When I was younger and I went through all of this, I was going through my awakening process. There wasn't any support groups or talk groups or anything, and even if there was, it wouldn't do me any good.
Yeah,
so I had to figure all of this out on my own.
Yeah, that's why I think you really like Lisa Renee. I think that's a really good person for you, and I you have a lot in common.
Yeah, I think Suzanne.
I'm trying to find her, and we're running out of time, so we need to wrap this up.
All right. Well, Janet,
I could not find Lisa Renee's contact information, but I did find her website, so I'm looking for that. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can go on.
Well, this would
Yeah,
be good,
yes.
Johanna, if we can do this again. But what it is with our wise wild women and wise quantum women, because Susanna we don't have a title for her yet, folks, but we'll try to find one. But she's so, with you here, Suzanne, I wanted you to meet Johanna, so I really appreciate you coming on the show at my request. And Janet said, no, she didn't mind, so this is good because we're just getting this going, folks, for 2021. But I think what Janet's sort of doing here is helping me put together a team of different psychic abilities, or women at least with an open mind, that can figure out who we're supposed to connect with out there. And Johanna, I'm sure, like you had a name, I could even come up with a name for Susanna. So I really appreciate that. And you being open from the heart, because Suzanne, Johanna teaches transformation from the heart, medical, or she worked in television and she worked with CBS and did some shows, Discovery type shows. You might not have heard that because you weren't on the show earlier. But she's not only a psychic, but she has done a lot of communications. And for the record, folks, believe it or not, in space, universally, my job is communications, not warfare, although my husband was a warrior. So I can sort of get what Susanna's talking about, because he had that same warrior voice and feeling for the human race.
We're running out of time.
All right. Well, let's do this again, and you can invite us back maybe sometime if you'd like.
Sure, certainly. Yes, okay. Final word, Johanna, since you're our special guest today. How can people reach you? What's your website?
My website is quantumheartfield.com, and that's the best way to reach me. It has all contact information on there. So it's quantum as in quantum physics, heart as the organ in your chest, and field as in baseball field. So quantumheartfield.com.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for coming on today. Thank you for putting up with us crazy people.
Yes,
we really enjoyed hanging out with
Happy New
you.
Year to everybody.
Yeah,
Happy
this is the final show of the year for Wise Wild Women, and we'll see you again in 2021. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Theresa. Aloha, love and blessings.
Aloha,
Thank
love
you.
and blessings. Thank you, Susanna. Thank you, Johanna. Thank you, Janet.
Thank
you.
Janet. Thank you, Jay.